Yeah, I was just watching the NFL Network and I found out that Fred Otto passed. And a lot of you don't know who Fred Otto is. I've known Fred Otto for a long time, going all the way back to 1999 when I was working to bring the Super Bowl to Oakland. And the NFL had arranged it for me to bring a number of members of the Oakland Alameda County Sports Commission that I created to my first and their first Super Bowl. It was a familiarization trip. It was Fred Otto working with Jim Steig that we got our tickets from. And from that point on, all the way through, as I maintained my relationship with the NFL, and I was allowed to buy 2 tickets at face, I would turn to Fred Otto. And there was a period of years that I wouldn't be able to go to a game because of issues with health with my parents, and then turned around, I go, hey, I can go, right? Like Super Bowl 50. And it had been some time. And so I called Fred, and Fred said, hey, I got to tell you, we do things a little differently around here, but not so different that he wasn't able to take care of me, and I was able to see Super Bowl 50. I always said, you know, I owe that guy a bottle of wine. And I'd say that again and again and again. And there was one time I got him a card, but I didn't get the wine, and I should have. And anyway, my point is, whenever you think of getting wine for something, for someone, don't just think about it, do it. Because now I don't have that back, okay? I cannot roll back time and do that, right? That hurts a lot. People like Fred Otto or my longtime buddy Lars Frickman, they make up the tapestry of my life and my relationship with the league as I know the NFL. The NFL I know can be described in one word: loyalty. Loyalty. And you cannot understand what that means until you've been a part of it. I know there's some people out there who are new to my channel, who came to my channel because of this whole Oakland, Las Vegas thing. But you don't understand the long relationship I've had with the league that way outdates this issue by parsecs, okay? Parsecs. And there's some people who like to say, well, okay, well, you know, Oakland's gone, and so therefore you don't have this. And no, I have had a relationship with the NFL that had nothing to do with Oakland. It had everything to do with my love for the league, the draft, pro football, plays, strategies, formations, and most of all, people. People like Fred Otto. That's what a lot of you all who watch my channel, because of that Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders thing, don't get, all right? You don't understand what the NFL was built on. And it was built on people who had handshake agreements. You didn't have to worry about writing contracts because you could trust the person you were working with. You could trust that they would be there for you. You could trust that Fred Otto would remember you. You could trust that a person like Joe Brown would follow through and say, hey, look, I said I was going to help you. You can turn away for 2 years. You turn back. You call him. He's there. All right? That's what I know. And so this particular period is hard for me because of that other jazz with the relocation business. But because the people who are involved in that, by and large, they don't know that aspect of life, of what it means to have relationships like that. They know what it means to communicate with a smartphone and text somebody. But folks, there was a time before smartphones and texts, and the relationships were a lot more solid, and you could count on them. And that's the era from which Fred Otto and myself come from, and I'm proud of that. That really hurts. Really, 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 really hurts. So, you know, I'm just going to buy a bottle of wine. I'm going to mark it Fred Otto as a form of punishment to myself. And I'm going to put it somewhere around here and just let it sit there. Gonna miss you, Fred. Gonna miss you a lot, man.